Hey everybody, it's me again, back to do some reacting. Now today, it's been a while, but I'm going to go try and learn some Spanish again. I've only done 2 lessons so far, and I haven't really done much remembering, but I still remember the tenses that I learned. So it's yo, tú, él, ella, usted. Oh gosh, I can't remember it now. Nosotros, vosotros, ellos, ellas, ustedes. There you go. It's been a couple of days since I last repeated it to myself. But every now and again, I try to repeat that so I can remember the tenses. Although you don't use them in Argentina, all of them. You use different. You say vos, don't you, instead of vosotros? I think you say vos when you mean somebody else or some other people. But I could be wrong. And the alphabet, I need to go back over the alphabet again to remind myself. But anyway, this lesson is learn how to spell in Spanish. Well, I'm kind of like thinking, when am I going to get some lessons in some words? But okay, lesson 3 is how to spell in Spanish. So let's just, yeah, okay. This is going to be another one of those, me scratching my head. I dig the music. Bit long now, isn't it?
Hola amigos, bienvenidos. On today's lesson on the Language Tutor,
Hola.
I want to talk to you about something that's very foundational and fundamental in learning any languages, and that is how to spell it and write it correctly. Now, I hear students all the time, even Spanish-speaking students, that tell me, you know, I can speak Spanish, but I don't write it. I can't write it or I can't read it.
By the way, the link to this video is down below. Go and sub this guy up if you've got any interest in Spanish or learning Spanish.
And so I always tell them, yes, you can. With just a little bit of help, yes, you can. And you can too. So today I want to go over just some fundamental elements of how to write correctly in Spanish. Now, the first thing I want to tell you is the easy part of Spanish is that you write it exactly like it sounds. You listen to the sounds and you put those on paper. Okay? It's very much
not like English. English is very awkward for people who don't know English because we have so many different vowel sounds that sound written differently. You know, it's just like, it could be U-double-F, it could be O-U-G-H, and that's like the uff sound. So, yeah, and where we have word, it could be like, you look at a word, and it like O-U-G-H, it could be buff, it could be bow, even. Sometimes the H is silent. We have a very difficult language that if you don't know, then tough. Well, good luck learning.
An easy process. So we're going to go over about 5 or 6 words today, just to sort of show you what I'm talking about. All right. Now I want to start with a very basic word, and I'm not going to put this on the board yet, but I want you just to think about it. In a previous video, we talked about the alphabet in Spanish, and we talked about how the vowels are about 90% of being able to pronounce Spanish correctly like a native speaker. It's the same thing for writing and for reading as well. So think about this word. The word that I want to use at the very beginning is a simple word. It's the word for book, and that word is libro. Libro. Now let's break down that.
L-I-B-R-O.
We're hearing the L sound, so we know what that is. It's the same in English. So we know our first letter is going to be L.
It looks like an E, but the I
here's where sometimes
sounds like
we get a little confused because we hear this sound E.
It's I.
And a lot of times I catch my students
you ain't
going,
caught me out.
That's the letter E.
No,
it's not. Remember what
it's
an E sounds like? An E sounds like eh. So we got to think, what letter sounds like
E?
And of course, that is the letter I. So li is simply the L-I. First 2 letters.
That's it. I'm good. I can go now. I know everything. All right, a small pat on the back, but don't get carried away.
There's in the word li, L-I. Now, of course, we know the B is going to be the same in Spanish and English, ba. So
the O's,
that's going to be a B.
I'm guessing R-O.
Put the B as a 3rd letter.
I think I've seen this word anyway.
Now, libro. bro, ra. We've got a flap there. Think about
is it
what
double
letter in the
R?
alphabet did we say is a flap? Ra, ra. You got it. It's the letter R.
Oh,
So that ra sound is going to be R. And then, of course, we ended it with O. And there's only one letter in Spanish that sounds like O, and that's the letter O.
Yeah.
So libro, if we just simply break down those sounds, we can spell it effectively in Spanish. Now, let's look at another one. I'm going to use the word for flag in Spanish, and that word is bandera.
Bandera.
So break it down slowly. Bandera. Bandera.
B-A-N-D-E.
Right, we know that B sound is a B. A is A, right? Because that's the only letter in Spanish that makes the A sound. So we're saying ban. Obviously, that's a B-A-N. De. Now remember that D, we push it forward a little bit. So bande. But now ask yourself, what makes the E sound?
E is E.
You got it. It's the letter E.
Yeah.
So bande. So now we have B-A-N-D-E. And then ra. There again is that flap. We know that's an R. And then at the end, we're left with the very last sound of
Bandera.
Yeah.
Bandera.
All right, so that would make an A. So
Libro.
B-A-N-D-E-R-A.
Bandera.
We're just spelling this exactly like it sounds.
Libro.
All right, let's take another one. Let's take the word, I say this often, sometimes when I start a lesson, I say, make sure you have your cuaderno, your notebook. All right, so let's take the word cuaderno. First of all, let's start with that qu sound.
Let's not take that word.
No.
Qu? It's a Q?
The qu sound in Spanish is never going to be a Q. That's how we do it in English.
K?
But we do not do a qu with a Q in Spanish. Remember, a Q is always going to have a U, and it's going to sound like a K. So remember that rule, QU equals K, QU equals K. I have my students learn that because anytime you're going to say the QU, it's going to come out like a K. Now, that leaves us with only two options of how to say the qu. Now, we know from our lesson on the alphabet that K is a part of the alphabet, but we don't really ever use it, right? So now we're only left with one letter.
I don't remember
the k sound.
C?
So we know that's going to be the letter C.
Ah.
Now the letter C is going to make that k sound in front of certain vowels, and in front of certain vowels it's going to be a S. So in front of a C, E, it would be S. If it's a C, I, it would be S. But now if it's an A or an O or a U, it's going to be a K sound. All right, so let's think about that sound now. Ku. Think about it. We know the C is making the K sound. What's making the oo sound?
Oh.
It can only be one thing.
Oh.
You got it. It's the letter U. Now, let's do the next part. Cuaderno. So we're going oo and then ah. So just think about it. We got to go oo, ah.
Can we just not use that word ever? I don't have any notebooks. I'm not going to use notebooks. So let's just forget this word. It doesn't count.
We know C-E-U and then what? Ah, that's right, the letter A.
Oh.
So we have C-U-A is the only way in Spanish to make that qua sound. Now we've got de, cuade.
D.
You hear that D sound, although it's a little bit more forward in our mouth. And then we've got e. And of course, that's not the letter A. We know that A sounds like ah. It can only be the letter E. That's the only one.
Got one right.
Sound. So D-E. Quader. Now, let's do the next part. Der. There's that flap again, the R. So C-U-A-D-E-R, and then we simply end it with no. N-O. And now we have the word cuaderno. All right, let's take just a couple more. Let's take the number 40. Cuarenta. Just as another little
C-U-A
sound. C-U-A, we know that's making the qua sound. Renta. R-E-N-T-A. So we're just spelling it exactly like it sounds, okay?
40.
Now, I want to use a word that I know you've probably all heard before, and that is quiero. Quiero. We've even seen that on certain commercials. Quiero.
I've never used that word in my life, and I have no idea what it means. But carry on.
All right. Now we're starting with the quiero sound. We know it's not a K. All right.
See.
So that's only going to leave a couple of options. Quiero. Now, what's making that E sound? It really can only be one thing.
I. It's got to be an I.
The letter I. So let's think about what if we put the letter C in front of that?
That'd be a
because we know a C can sound like a K sometimes.
Yeah. But not in front of an I, you said.
It would totally change the word, wouldn't it?
C.
Because a C in front of an I sounds like S.
Yeah.
So
that's what I said.
Nope, can't be the C. We got to throw that out.
And it can't be a
That
K
only
because
leaves
you
us
don't use
one
Ks.
option to make the K sound.
Q?
And that's the
Q?
Now, remember that a Q will never be by itself in Spanish. Ever.
Q-U.
It always must have the letter U with it. They cannot be separated. Now, the U can go off and do its own thing. It can go in other words and be by itself, but Q cannot survive without U. They have to go together. So now we...
Same in English, I think. Q and U are never used separately. Well, U is, but Q, you don't really see U's apart from with a U, I'm pretty sure.
We got QU. All right, so we've established the K sound.
K.
E. Letter I, Ki. Now we've got the beginning of the word. Now we've just got to put the ero.
Ero.
E. There's the flap again. R-O. So here we go. Quiero. We got
Quiero. What does it mean?
Right. One more. Let's do one more.
Tell me what it meant. Did you say what it meant?
I want to use the word hacienda. Hacienda. A lot of us have heard that word before. Hacienda. Here's an exception to the rule. You always spell Spanish like it sounds, but H's are silent. Okay. So I've seen some of my Spanish speaker students, when they spell, they might write a word with an H, like hablar, to speak, and they'll start it with an A, just because they don't know yet that has an H on it. This is one of those things where you just have to know. You just have to study. Sometimes we have to study a little bit. And so you have to know that the word hacienda has an H on it, okay? It's silent. We don't say it.
Libro.
Be there in the spelling.
Bandera.
Okay, so that's the letter A. C.
I-N-D-A.
Okay, again, you got to know it's a C, not an S. It's one of those things you're learning.
I know that word already. You do use that. It's one of those Spanish words we know.
Hacienda. Hacienda. So Hacienda. All right, so for the most part, we can just spell Spanish exactly like it sounds. But again, there's always those one or two little things you got to pick up as you go.
Remember that rule for the C.
All right, guys, make sure you practice all that. Right. Think of some words in Spanish.
I don't know the words in Spanish.
And then check yourself. I bet before long, you're going to be spelling just like an expert. All right? Friends, thanks for watching The Language Tutor. If you have a question for me, feel free to leave it in the comment section below the video. And please click subscribe and the notification bell so that you'll never miss any of our language lessons.
Yeah, subscribe to the fella. Subscribe to the chap. Can you still hear the music now? I've closed that window. I'm not sure if you can still, I can still hear the music going off. Yeah, that was cool. But I think I need to be learning more words though. I need to be told more words. He's told me how to like spell words I never even heard of like before almost. So it's like, yeah, I kind of feel like I need more words in there. But yeah, that was quite helpful. So I know now that spell it like it sounds, but then watch out for, I've got to remember that C rule. So the C, when it's followed by an I, an E, or a U, it's a S sound. But if it's got an O or an A, it's a K. Was that right? I think that's what he said. I've kind of forgotten already. But I learned two words. Libro, bandera. There you go. So if I need to find a book of flags, no, quando is when, isn't it? What's where? Where is the book of flags? Libro de la bandera. Is that a book of can't say it in English. Can't say it in English now. Is that a book of flags? Libro de la bandera. Banderas, because it's more than one flags. I don't know. Anyway, that was that was another lesson done. I'm like 3 lessons in now. I'm like almost fluent. Almost. Tiny little bit more to learn, and then I'll be speaking Spanish like a native. No, I won't, obviously. But that was fun. That was interesting to check out. Learning new stuff. It's a long journey to get to being able to speak Spanish. I may never, do it, but it's good fun. And as long as people are watching me, trying to learn and interacting, I'll carry on making these videos. So yeah, help a fella out by watching this video. Give it a thumbs up and a comment and all that kind of good sexy things. I don't know what I said sexy for. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm back. What I need to do, I need to try and make these. I think every Friday I try and do a language video because it's been a couple of weeks since the last one. So every Friday I try and make it weekly. Every Friday I'm going to do another one of these videos to keep it fresh in my mind. I'd rather, because I haven't really got a proper schedule. So I need to make every Friday. Every Friday is going to be learn some Spanish day from now on. Anyway, I'm out of here. Gracias por mirar. Vuelvo mañana para otro video. What's goodbye in Spanish? I don't even know what goodbye is yet, do I? That's not part of that sentence. No, that's thank you for watching. Yeah, how do I say goodbye? Goodbye. Goodbye. I think señorita is a lady, a young lady. Señora is an old married lady. Signor is a man, Mister. I like to think it was a Arrivederci. That's Italian. Sayonara. That's Japanese. Goodbye, or cheerio is English. What's goodbye in Spanish? I don't even know that much. What's hello? Oh, hola, hola, hola. Let's try it. Goodbye. No, that's rubbish. That's terrible. Someone tell me what goodbye in Spanish is, please. I'll probably know it when I see it, and I'll go, why did I forget that? But yeah, cheers for watching.